Howdy y'all, JD the Jungle Dude here. Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about an American stereotype that I had to deal with when traveling abroad, especially in Europe. And I'm not kicking against anybody, but I want to explain why this stereotype expounds. Basically, this stereotype is, why do Americans always want their drinks ice cold? And I talked about this with one of my friends, and he said, because we're great and we can. Well, the we're great part, let's be realistic. That's everybody thinks they're great. But actually, the fact that we can is where you dig into the whole stereotype. This is a can of soda. This is a cup of ice. We like our drinks ice cold because in the early times of America, ice was a luxury. Now, you got to understand that throughout the states, most of us have high humidity until you get past the Rockies. And still, they have problems with humidity. Most of us, even today in America, have a problem with working in very hot environments in the summer and spring, because if you're working in a field or if you're working in a factory, it doesn't matter, because the fields are hot and dusty and you break a sweat. And in the factories, their heating and air conditioning are not very good. They're very open, and you wind up sweating a lot. Now, with an ice cold beverage, and I'm talking non-alcoholic, because let's face it, drink on the job, get fired from the job. You take a drink. There's that that comes out of your throat once you've drank it. It relaxes your vocal cords. It actually makes you feel cooler. Now, in all honesty, if you drank something like a hot cup of coffee on a hot day, that would heat up your body temperature, which means you would produce more sweat and actually be cooler. However, Americans, being the group that we are, we like to feel cooler without sweating more. And so we like actual iced drinks. Now, the iced drinks, like I said, in the early days, ice was a luxury. If you wanted ice, you had to buy it from a producer. And generally, the folks that produced the ice were very much producing ice in a subterranean environment, because they had to dig down like below root cellars, almost to bomb shelter areas, where they could actually put water in barrels or boxes that were sealed watertight, and they would sell the ice. Now, fast forward past America's Industrial Revolution, and you get to ice boxes at the turn of the century and beyond. And when I say turn of the century, I mean 19th to 20th century. Sorry, folks, I'm a 20th century boy. Monkey-faced old man in a monkey suit who loves this country. And the ice was produced for ice boxes, which were cabinets that were metal lined. And what they would do is they would use the conduction, the anti-conduction, as some would say, to sell their ice boxes, of actual ice on the metal in the cabinets to cool the food. So you could actually keep leftovers longer. And thanks to, well, companies like Birdseye and Swanson, cold packed and TV dinners were created. That's another video. Right now, I want to talk about why Americans love ice cold beverages. We love them because ice was a luxury to us originally. It still is, it's ingrained in our society. And drinking something that is ice cold is just refreshing. And it instantly cools the body. It actually relaxes the vocal cords, and it gives you a feeling of, hey, I just drank something that's good for me. Well, okay, I'm not talking about the Crown Royals or whatever you want to put in the freezer. But what I am talking about is Americans have done this because it's a luxury. And when the luxury became actually ubiquitous in the American society, we went gaga over it. For crying out loud. You wanted lemonade? You got the lemons. You got the sugar. You got the water. And then you went into the ice box and you took an ice pick and you broke off ice and you put it in to the lemonade pitcher. Suddenly you have ice cold lemonade, which kids could sell, and and Southern Bells could invite you in for, or in the modern case, you could actually get an Arnold Palmer, a half and half, which is not to be confused with the Irish half and half. An Arnold Palmer or a half and half on a golf course is half lemonade, half iced tea. Anyway, I just wanted to say that we like ice cold beverages because it reminds us of the time when we could not get them. Thank you all for staying to the end of the video. JD the Jungle Dude saying, wishing you all peace and peace of mind.